Good morning everyone. Today we will study chapter 1. Title of chapter is Food, Where Does It Come From? In this chapter we will study about what is health, then we will see what keeps us healthy. After that we will study various functions of food and then we will see what are ingredients and which ingredients are required to make a particular kind of dish. We will see from where we get these ingredients. We will also see various parts of the plants that can be eaten as food. Then we will study the food items that are obtained from the animals. After that we will study food habits of animals, and we will also try to understand why plants are known as producers. So now let us start with what is health. According to World Health Organization, health means a state of complete physical, mental, social and spiritual well-being, and not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. Merely means only, infirmity means any kind of weakness, either physical or mental weakness. So according to World Health Organization, good health means it is a state of complete physical, mental, social and spiritual well-being, and also the absence of any disease or absence of physical or mental weakness. Now after understanding what is health, now let us see to maintain good health what should be done. Number 1, eat a proper and balanced diet. We should take care that our diet should contain all kind of nutrients. We should eat balanced diet. We should eat at regular intervals of time. Regular intervals of time, that means we should take at least 3 meals per day. That is breakfast, lunch and dinner. We should not skip any meal. Okay, otherwise it will start impacting our health. Exercise regularly, that means we should do exercise on a daily basis. Rest adequately. Adequate means enough, so we should take enough rest. Yes, it is true that we should do hard work, but along with that, rest is also important. We should take enough rest to be healthy. Keep ourselves mentally alert but stress-free. Yes, we should do our work keeping our mind alert, okay, but we should not be stressed. That means we should keep ourselves mentally alert, but at the same time we should be stress-free. So after understanding all this, now we have come to a conclusion that food is a basic necessity of life. Now we will see various functions of food. Food contains various energy producing substances called nutrients. For example, carbohydrates, fats, vitamins, minerals. We eat food to provide nutritional support to the body. All living beings need food for their growth as well as for their survival. The next thing is to do any kind of activity. For example, studying, dancing, playing, cooking, watching TV, and even for thinking, we need energy. This energy we get from food. Food is required for the recovery of the damaged cells. For example, when we get injured, how our wounds are healed? Our wounds are healed because our body gets regular nourishment from the food. So, food is essential for the recovery of the damaged cells. Food makes us healthy and strong. So, we can say food is very important for us. Food is our primary need. Next is staple food. The food items that is eaten in major portions in daily routine is staple food. For example, in North India, we eat chapatis every day. So for North Indians, chapatis are staple food. And in South India, people eat rice every day and the dishes made with the rice every day. So, for the South Indians, rice is the staple food. Okay, now staple food is clear. The food items that is eaten in major portions in daily routine is staple food. Now move on to the next slide. Next slide is food items and ingredients. There is so much variety in the food that we eat. For example, we eat various kinds of fruits, vegetables, various kinds of dishes like pizza, burger, various types of sweets. Have you ever thought what are these food items made up of? Food items are made up of ingredients. Ingredients are the materials that are required to prepare a dish or food item. This will be more clear with the examples that are given below in this table. First example is chapati. To make chapati, we need wheat flour and water. So the ingredients are wheat flour and water. The next example is vegetable curry. To make vegetable curry, we need vegetable, salt, spices, oil or ghee and water. Next example is samosa. To make samosa, we need maida, potato, spices, salt, water, oil or ghee. Spices are very common ingredients. Spices add taste to our food as well as color to the food. For example, coriander powder, turmeric powder and chili powder. These are some examples of spices. Next example is kheer. To make the kheer, the ingredients are milk, rice and sugar. Now we are clear with the ingredients. Ingredients are the materials that are required to prepare a dish or food item. Let's move on to the next slide. In the previous slides, we have learnt about the ingredients of the food items. But here we will learn about the sources of ingredients of food items. We will take 3 examples here. In the first example, the food item explained is vegetable curry. The ingredients for the vegetable curry are vegetable, salt, spices, oil or ghee and water. What are the sources of ingredients? What are the sources of these ingredients? Vegetables we get from plants, spices also we get from plants and oil also we get from the plants because oil is extracted from the oil seeds and oil seeds we obtain from the plants. So oil is a plant product. But ghee is a animal product because ghee is prepared from butter. Butter is prepared for milk and milk we obtain from the animals. Because milk is an animal product, so ghee is also a animal product. Water is a natural resource and salt we get from the sea water. So the sources of the ingredients here, animals and plants. For this example, sources of ingredients are both animals and plants. Now let's move on to the next example. Here the food item is kheer. Ingredients are milk, rice and sugar. Ingredients for kheer are milk, rice and sugar. The sources for these ingredients are both animals and plants because milk we get from the animals and rice and sugar we get from plants. The third example is idli. The ingredients for making idli are rice, urad dal, salt and water. The sources of these ingredients are only plant because rice and urad dal we get from plants. So we have observed that in the third example, sources of ingredients are only plants. But in the first and second example, sources of ingredients are both animals and plants. So we have learned that there are two sources of our food, animals and plants. Let's move to the next slide. We learned from the previous slide there are two sources of our food, plants and animals. Let's move to next slide. In this slide, we will study plants as source of food in detail. We know that plants are the source of our food. So first let us understand different parts of plant. Green plants are called producers because they produce their own food by the process of photosynthesis. Revising again, green plants are the producers because they produce their own food by the process of photosynthesis. This portion that is below the ground is root. These are the fruits of the plant. These are the leaves of the plant. This portion is stem. These are the flowers of the plant. We eat different parts of the plant like flowers, fruits, leaves, stems and roots as food. Yes, you are surprised to hear that we eat leaves, stems and roots also as food. But it is true. I will explain this in the upcoming slide. These are the fruits of the plant that we eat as food. Here the examples are mango and tomato. Yes, tomato is also fruit because it develops from a flower-like structure and it also has seeds. There are variety of fruits that we get from the plants like mango, banana, pineapple, etc. So we get variety of fruits and vegetables from the plant that we eat as food. This is sugarcane that is the sugar part of sugarcane is the stem part of the plant that we eat as food. Sugarcane is ganna. We get sugar from the sugarcane. So sugarcane is a stem part of the plant that we eat as food. These are the root part of the plant that we eat as food. Carrots and beetroots. These are carrots and beetroots that we eat as the root part of the plant as food. These are cabbage and spinach. These are the leaf part of the plant that we eat as food. These are also known as green leafy vegetables. These are cauliflower and broccoli. These are the flower plant of the flower part of the plant that we eat as food. So as we discussed in the earlier slide, we eat fruits, stem, roots, leaves and the flower of the plant as food. Here we will study about the edible roots. As we studied earlier, we eat the root part of the plant also as food. These are the examples: carrot, turnip, radish, beetroot. These are below the ground. These are found below the ground. So these are the root part of the plant that we consume as food. Now the next is edible stems. Examples are potato, onion, ginger, garlic. Stems of some plants also are eaten as food. In the some plants, stems are below the ground. They are called underground stems. Examples are potato, onion, ginger and garlic. These are the underground stem that we consume as food. Next is edible flowers. Examples are cauliflower and broccoli. These are the flower part of the plant that we eat as food. Next is edible leaves. We eat leaves of some plants. Examples are cabbage and spinach. Cabbage and spinach are the leaves part of the plant that we eat as food. These are called green leafy vegetables. And these are mint and coriander. These are also the leaves of the plant that we eat as food. that we eat as food. Mint and coriander are used to make chutney. Next are the edible seeds. Various cereals like wheat, rice, maize. These are also the edible seeds. That means these are also eaten as food. Wheat and rice are the staple food in Indian diet. Pulses and soybean, these are also edible seeds. These are very rich source of protein. In the peas, the edible part is seed. In the peas, the part that we eat is seed. These are the mustard seeds. From the mustard seeds, mustard oil is extracted that is used for making various food products. Now we will discuss animals as a source of food. In this image, various animal products has been shown that we eat as food. Milk, butter, curd, cheese, ghee, egg, chicken, mutton, fish and honey. These are the animal products that we eat as food. Milk. Milk we get from some animals like cows, buffaloes and goats. Some milk products are butter, cream, cheese and curd. Milk products are commonly called dairy products. Next is eggs. We get eggs from hen, duck and goose, but hen's egg is most commonly eaten. Next is meat. Meat of animals like chicken, goat and sheep is commonly eaten. In some countries, meat is eaten on the daily basis. So for those countries, meat is the staple food. Honey. Bees collect nectar from the flowers. Nectar is the sweet juices present in the flowers. Bees convert these nectar into honey because nectar cannot be preserved for the long. So bees convert this nectar into honey and then they store the honey into their hives because honey can be stored for long. This honey can be obtained from the beehives by scraping them off. Honey is a natural sweetener. Honey is used as food. It is also used as medicine and also for nourishment. Honey is very useful for us. What is apiculture? Apiculture means it is a process of rearing of honeybees at large scale. What is the meaning of rearing of honeybees? Rearing of honeybees means bringing up and taking care of the honeybees for obtaining some useful product from them. And what do we get from the honeybees? That useful product is honey. Now we will see marine food. A large number of people living in the coastal regions, they fully depend on the fish as their main food source. But other than this, prawns, crabs, they also add to the marine food sources, apart from a large number of the fishes that are found in the seas and oceans. Okay, marine food means the seafood. Next is pisciculture. Pisciculture, it is a process of rearing and management of fish at large scale. Okay, so let's repeat. Pisciculture is, it is a process of rearing and management of fish at large scale. So this was all about the part 1 video. Here part 1 is over. In the next part 2 of the chapter 1, we will study about the food habits of animals. Thank you.